The following is an AZPM original production.
For AZPM, I'm Mark McLemore, and this is the annual Haunted Halloween Arizona Spotlight. It's time to dim the lights, turn up the volume. Go ahead and grab another handful of trick-or-treat candy. It'll be our secret. This is an all-new collection of seasonal stories designed to thrill and chill. Don't be afraid. This is the 16th annual Haunted Halloween Arizona Spotlight. It's a little tale about two people spending a snowy winter together in a cozy cabin in the woods, sharing stories and really getting to know each other. It's called Misery, originally a novel by Stephen King, adapted for the stage by William Goldman. Live Theater Workshop in Tucson is presenting a production through November 10th, and joining me now are the leading actors to talk about breaking a leg or two to bring this story of fear, obsession, and nervous laughter to life.
I'm Leslie Abrams, and I'm playing Annie Wilkes.
I'm Brendan Guy Murphy, and I am playing Paul Sheldon.
When you went to create these characters for yourselves, were there any influences that you thought about, people you have known or people you have seen that helped to create the character?
Well, I have a real fondness for thriller films and horror films, and I would have to say that I drew a lot of Bette Davis in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, just because it's such an out-there performance. It's totally free of filters and limitations. So she is a big part of it, but also my mother. The character's anger, which comes very, very quickly, instantaneously, that's the way my mother was.
And also, when you were sick as a child, your mother would presumably be taking care of you. You'd be bedridden, and she'd be bringing you soup and crackers and things.
You would presume that, yeah.
So I would think that in a way that reversing the roles on that relationship.
The caregiver relationship, yeah,
Okay.
Very much so.
And Brendan, what about you?
Well, Leslie's mother, as well, as I drew some influence from her. No, it's interesting, as Leslie was answering that, Paul Sheldon is a version of Stephen King.
Right.
So I was really thinking about how he looks at his own work. Paul Sheldon writes these romance novels, which he thinks aren't high art. He might change his mind about that a little bit at some point. But it made me wonder about Stephen King and how he feels about his work. Did he come to a place of being comfortable with just being able to turn the corner and drop another novel, which some people don't see as critically acclaimed, high art?
Do you think that somewhere inside of him, Paul thinks he's got the great American novel?
Absolutely, he does. And he thinks that he currently has it. And the relationship with Annie shifts his views on his work, for sure.
Brendan, I saw some photos from the play, and you have to maneuver in a wheelchair for part of it.
I do.
What kind of blocking situations did that create for you, or what kind of skills do you think you picked up?
I'm being glared at by Leslie, who has to be up on her feet the whole show, and I'm lying in a bed.
I have blocking. Yeah. He gets to sit in a chair.
Right. Having performed in wheelchairs before.
Oh, really?
I guess the challenge was to not be really good at it at first,
Okay.
Which was a challenge at first because, Paul does move around in it. And if Paul moves around in it, really well, right off the bat, that makes no sense based on his injuries and his familiarity with it.
There's things like the idea of obsession that I think makes Annie make some of the wrong choices.
Choices, yeah, that's the nice way of putting it.
Have you ever had an obsession in your life that has affected your behavior in any way that would sort of echo what Annie's experience is
No,
like?
probably the Beatlemania phase I went through, probably.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever would have hungered to kidnap and hobble John Lennon.
Okay. Was he your favorite Beatle?
He was.
Okay. Anything you want to say about the reactions to one of the pivotal scenes in Misery? You mentioned the audience cheering sometimes?
Some isolated members of the audience might go, "You go, girl."
My mom.
That was your mother, yeah.
She's like, finally.
There has been uncomfortable laughter some nights. There has been, the sound of shock, the inhale of shock. The other night, one particular female voice, we heard laughter. One out of the entire audience. You could pinpoint where it was coming from, and I was like, where is that laughter coming from? It was so curious to me.
But here's the thing about that scene is it's such a well-known scene. So it's the other surprises in the play that we get a little bit more fun out of. And there are other surprises in the story. I mean, you can almost feel the audience going, "Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Now this is the scary part." But people apparently in other parts of the show are like jumping and surprised and...
The less familiar.
Yeah, the less familiar stuff.
Misery, starring Leslie Abrams and Brendan Guy Murphy, directed by Sabian Trout, runs through November 10th at Live Theater Workshop. Next, Sophia Hammer joins us to share a conversation she had about how one talented artist went about building a haunted house.
I spoke with Emmy Award-winning set designer David Korins about the exhibit Stages of Imagination, the iconic Broadway designs of David Korins, currently at the Mini Time Machine Museum of Miniatures. It offers visitors an immersive experience showing Korins' creative process behind creating the stages and props for Broadway hits like Hamilton, Here Lies Love, The Who's Tommy, and the seasonal favorite, Beetlejuice. And don't worry, I'll only say Beetlejuice twice.
There's this trend in the theater, and it's not a new trend, but where they take movies and make them into plays and musicals. And I've been fortunate enough over the years to do a lot of those. Whenever you do something like that, you're making a pact with the audience. The reason why I think they do that is not just because these are popular stories, but because they have fan bases built in. And with Beetlejuice, it's such a specific fan base and really like a fervent, amazing, passionate fan base. And you make a pact with the audience right from the beginning. Hey, we love it too.
What are your qualifications?
Well, I attended Juilliard. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I travel quite extensively. I lived through the Black Plague, and I had a pretty good time during that. I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy. Now, what do you think? You think I'm qualified?
People don't really remember specifically from one Tim Burton project to the next which one was in which one. They kind of blend the lines of Edward Scissorhands and Pee Wee Herman and Beetlejuice and Nightmare Before Christmas. He has a real specific oeuvre, right? Those black and white stripes, that kind of angled shaped doorway. Right. You see a lot of the same vernacular over and over again. And so we said, we want the first thing you see to be something that you're like, oh my God, they get it too. Right. And so we start Beetlejuice in a graveyard. And that graveyard basically draws huge inspiration from Nightmare Before Christmas. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's almost made like claymation. It draws itself to life, and it's like all of those iconic Tim Burton shapes and colors and everything. And it's the hello to the audience.
Do you, Beetle? Nobody says the B word. Come on.
We went to great lengths to make the set kind of perfectly imperfect. Mm-hmm. All of the line work was hand-drawn. We took thin paintbrushes and even things that were printed, we then went in and painted over it to give it that kind of hand-drawn, sketchy feeling that Tim Burton's work had.
Go ahead. Make my millennium.
I'm also curious about the house in the movie. It's kind of like this own entity in itself. Entity almost that the house is.
In my very first meeting with Alex, he said, this house is his own character. Mm-hmm. Beetlejuice at its core, it's a kind of a beautiful story about a dead guy that wants to be alive and connect with the living, and a alive girl who wants to connect with the dead, right, with her mom. we get to see it in all of its glory, in all of its Victorian kind of glory as the Maitland's home. Then, of course, they pass away, and then the house gets bought and kind of redesigned by the Dietzes, this kind of like postmodern, weird transformation that happens to it. And so we get to transform the house, everything, all the way down to light fixtures, wall art, furniture, staircase banisters. The entire home gets changed, everything but the floor and the ceiling. But then, of course, Beetlejuice haunts the house, and we get to see it in a third permutation where, like, what would it be like when Beetlejuice takes over the house?
Right.
And in that version, we get to, again, change all the walls, all the light fixtures, all the furniture, all the stuff. And it gets even crazier and kookier and more, haunted.
That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't do.
Do you like Halloween? Do you like? Are you a Halloween lover?
I love Halloween.
Okay.
I love Halloween. Halloween is sort of like in 2 phases for me. There's like before I had kids and after I had kids. I think that global warming has messed up Halloween because now that it's not cold anymore. Like when I was growing up, Halloween was I grew up in New England, and Halloween was a freezing cold holiday in which you had to like literally pull your plastic costume over your winter jacket, and there were snowball fights. But I love it because it's like this incredible holiday where we get to play pretend. That culturally really speaks to like what I get to do every day is I make environments and we get to play pretend. And it's amazing to see regular old people try their hand at making scenery and costumes and soundscapes. And I'm like, and everyone loves a haunted house, so I love that.
Stages of Imagination, the iconic Broadway designs of David Korins, can be seen through the end of May at the Mini Time Machine Museum of Miniatures. For this spooky Arizona Spotlight, I'm Sophia Hammer.
Welcome back to the 16th Annual Haunted Halloween Arizona Spotlight. Stories That Soar is on a mission to amplify youth voices and help school-age writers realize the power and potential of bringing their stories to life. The following was written by a 6th grader at Homer Davis Elementary, and it's about the perils that go along with doing a job that no one else wants to do.
On a spooky, rainy night, there was a gravedigger, working a little late. He was working for Miss Johnson, whose husband had just died. He didn't know her very well. All the times they'd met weren't bad, so he was happy to do the job. There was a slight drizzle of rain that night, but at 10 p.m., it started pouring. The grave was getting wet, and he was getting soaked. And the gravedigger said to himself, "We might as well finish tomorrow." That night, he had problems sleeping because in the middle of his happy dream, a dark figure appeared and attacked him. He made it through the night, but when he got up, it was still raining. His dream haunted him throughout the day. He saw shadows, and he got so scared that he went outside in the rain to finish his job. But to his dismay, most of his work had been covered, so he just got to work. Once he finished, he felt a tap on his shoulder, and it sent a shiver down his spine. When he looked back, he saw a shadowy figure staring right at him. He wanted to scream. He wanted to scream, but he was so horrified that he felt like he could do nothing at all to save himself. And then the shadowy figure phased through him and landed in the grave. The rain stopped, and it looked like all the shadow melted away from the man. It looked exactly like Mr. Johnson. That night, he had a dream, and Mr. Johnson appeared and said, "Thank you." And then he faded away. And the gravedigger never saw him again. The end.
That was The Grave Digger by a 6th grade student at Homer Davis Elementary. Go Dragons. It was performed by Jordan Siebert with audio production by Dallas Thomas. Tune in for more Stories That Soar every month on Arizona Spotlight. Have you got 10 minutes? Then we've got a story for you. Sit back and listen to a new episode of 10-Minute Dramas about how the supernatural can be found anywhere, even in suburbia.
The Jack-O-Lantern by Alejandro Canelos. Characters: Tina, a sophomore in college. Basil, Tina's friend. Samantha, Tina's mother. And the Jack-O-Lantern. Setting: Samantha's living room, the day after Halloween. Scene 1. Lights up on a living room. On an end table next to a couch is a jack-o'-lantern. Tina and Basil enter from stage left.
So your mom does or doesn't know I'm here?
She does and she doesn't, if you know what I mean.
Basil notices the jack-o'-lantern and gives a double take.
Whoa, that is something.
He goes over to it and leans down, inspecting the carving.
You know what? That was left on our porch literally this afternoon, randomly.
It's incredible.
He reaches out with a hand, then stops.
Something tells me not to touch it.
He stands up.
Today, you said?
Yeah.
Makes sense, I guess. Day after Halloween, somebody's done with it and doesn't want it to go to waste.
Like they're sharing it?
Their artwork, yeah.
Huh. I think it's creepy.
Well then, get rid of it.
My mom likes it, so...
She waves a hand.
I'll show you the rest of the house, then we can watch something. Sound good?
Sure. I love seeing the rest of the house.
Tina laughs and exits. Basil lingers, staring at the jack-o'-lantern, before following. Lights down. Scene 2. Lights up on the living room. The jack-o'-lantern is now on a different end table at the opposite end of the couch from where it was before. Tina enters with Basil right behind.
I'll go see what food we have.
Basil sees the jack-o'-lantern.
Hey, did you move that?
He points. Tina stops and looks.
No, I was with you the whole...
She looks back down the hall.
It was on the far table, but now it's... Am I crazy?
No, you're right.
She looks towards stage left.
Uh-oh, is the front door locked?
What?
She hurries off stage and comes right back.
Whew, it is.
So you're saying somebody didn't break in here, move the pumpkin, and then run back out?
Not through this door. Come on, stop.
She punches him in the arm.
Okay, I will. Ow.
Well, we could go check all the doors to make sure.
We could. And the windows.
So I'm not weirded out.
Yep.
Do you mind?
Not at all. I love checking doors and windows.
Lights down. Scene 3. Lights up. The jack-o'-lantern is sitting on the floor of the living room near the hallway. Tina and Basil enter. Tina sees the jack-o'-lantern and screams.
Tina, what's up?
She points at the jack-o'-lantern with a hand over her mouth.
Whoa! Did you?
She shakes her head.
It was not me, okay? You saw where I was.
Somebody moved it.
Hold on. Let's be reasonable about this.
We need to get rid of it.
Sure, we can do that.
Right now.
Right now.
Thank you. I officially hate that thing.
She moves toward the kitchen.
I'll get a bag.
Don't bother.
He goes over to the jack-o'-lantern.
I'll dump it right in, naked. Where's the outside trash?
Go out to the... Never mind. I'll just show you.
Basil picks up the jack-o'-lantern and cradles it facing outward.
You want a selfie or anything?
Shut up.
I love to shut up.
Tina leads the way as they exit. Lights down. Scene 4. Lights up. Tina is lying on the couch on her back with her feet in Basil's lap. She's reading from her phone. Basil's legs are up on an ottoman. He's holding a TV remote in one hand, and he's rubbing Tina's feet with the other.
This show is so dumb, and you're not even watching it.
This is fascinating.
Still? About the pumpkin thing?
Yeah, sorry, but according to everyone, we should definitely not be trying to throw it away or burn it or smash it.
Please don't make me get it out of the garbage.
Tina sets the phone aside.
Well, it's going to keep coming back until we get somebody else to put it in their house.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say.
It might be pretty stinky. Not sure anyone's gonna want it.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
Tina picks up her phone and reads while Basil scrolls through the channel guide.
It's cool, I guess, that you involved me in your little pumpkin creepypasta.
What?
Basil is looking at the TV.
Was it your idea or your mom's?
Tina pulls her feet back and off his lap.
I never touched that thing, I'm telling you.
All right. I believe you. Sorry. Now how about we check out...
He presses a button on the remote.
This.
I don't care, you choose.
She extends her legs.
Just keep doing that with my feet.
I love doing that with your feet.
Lights down. Scene 5. Lights up. Tina and Basil are on the couch in their same positions as before, but now they're both asleep. Also, the jack-o'-lantern is sitting on Tina's chest, facing her. She opens her eyes.
Get it off me! Get it off!
Basil wakes with a start and looks around. He sees the jack-o'-lantern.
Please get it off!
Basil tries to reach it from where he's sitting, but he can't. Tina is flailing her arms and legs, kicking him in the groin and ribs.
Hey! Ow!
Get it off me now!
Basil pushes the ottoman away with his feet and ducks under Tina's legs. He crawls back over to her and picks up the jack-o'-lantern. From his knees, he heaves it across the room where it lands behind a chair. He lies down flat on the floor, staring at the ceiling.
Oh, my back. Now I officially hate that thing.
Tina sits up.
How did it get inside and on top of me?
She stares at Basil.
It was you.
Basil turns his head to look at her.
What?
I was asleep and you went out and got it and you put it on me. It's the only possible explanation and I think it's a really mean thing to do.
Basil scrambles up.
It wasn't me.
I don't believe you.
No, I didn't. I swear.
How did it happen then?
I don't know. Maybe one of us did it in our sleep?
Come on.
She slides away from him.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say, but I do know what to do.
Yeah, leave it on somebody else's doorstep.
That wasn't what I was thinking.
It's following us, don't you see? That's what it's been doing this whole time.
And what? Then what? It's gonna jump up and smother us both?
He sticks out 4 fingers.
Bite us with its pumpkin-y fangs?
Please don't make fun of me.
I'm not. But you have to admit, it is a little bit funny.
She cracks a smile.
Maybe a little.
Basil stands up stiffly.
Oh. Anyway, I have a better plan. Guaranteed to succeed.
He twists his torso as if testing his range of motion.
I love having a better plan.
What is it?
He rolls his shoulders and tilts his head from side to side.
Do you know if your mom has a cleaver or an axe?
Lights down. Scene 6, the next morning. There's no one in the living room. The jack-o'-lantern sits on the ottoman. Samantha enters stage left, trailing a roller bag.
Tina, I'm home.
She sees the jack-o'-lantern.
You moved my beautiful pumpkin.
She exits down the hall. The jack-o'-lantern begins to slide across the surface of the ottoman, slowly but unmistakably. Samantha re-enters without her bag.
Tina, where are you?
She goes over to the jack-o'-lantern. She picks it up and returns it to its original end table. She stands back and looks at it.
Whose car is that? Did you have a friend stay over? Tina?
Samantha exits the room, adjusting her hat. The stage goes dark. The end.
The Jack-O'-Lantern was written for radio by Alejandro Canelos. You just heard Esme Canelos as Tina, Owen Green as Basil, and Betsy Cruz Craig as Samantha. Stage direction read by Alejandro Canelos, directed by Betsy Cruz Craig. Original score by Alejandro Canelos, produced by Mike Levy at 1111 Studios.
Supernatural, perhaps. Baloney, perhaps not.
Thank you for listening to this 16th annual Haunted Halloween Arizona Spotlight. On behalf of myself, your host, Mark McLemore, with production engineer Jim Blackwood, production assistant Sophia Hammer, the spirit of kindly, lovable old Dr. Scar, and all the things that go bump in the desert night, we wish everyone a very safe and extremely scary Halloween.
AZPM podcasts are made possible in part by donations from listeners like you. Learn more at support.azpm.org. Thank you.